Good morning, everyone. We'd like to welcome you to the 24th annual Turkfest. We're really excited. We have a lot of really cool stuff for you planned this weekend.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, can we get some applause for Efe? Thanks.
And some for Beirut as well.
Thank you. So I see a nice crowd here. Welcome to our Turkish festival. It's gonna take 2 days, and we're gonna have so much fun. I bet you already tried some Turkish foods back there and some Turkish coffee, which I already got. Really, it's delicious. Yes, we're ready to present our festivals here.
We would also like to thank our sponsors, the Seattle Center, namely, for making this possible. So give a round of applause for Seattle Center for sponsoring Turkfest. And also thank you to Koza Turkish Market for sponsoring our eating competition, which we have a baklava eating competition later today. I think around 1:45. Thank you. And we also have one tomorrow as well, so stay tuned for that.
Yes, and I would like to thank you to all our volunteers here who spent lots of time to bring this up, and thanks to our sponsors.
Sweet. With that said, we'd like to show you some pictures that we have from the previous years that we've done this. So first off, here is the children's choir, which we'll have performing tomorrow. They're adorable little bunch, very fun to watch, so definitely tune in for that.
Yeah, we are here to celebrate 24th time of Turkish culture here. We're gonna celebrate with dance, music, food, and some other events on the loft. You should check. And today we have a book swap event, which I totally recommend to go. And yeah, so I think we're ready to start, right?
Yeah, we would like to call to the stage our Seattle Center representative, who will speak a little bit on behalf of Seattle Center.
Yes, please, let's Rosa Ann Lopez here for her presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to Turkfest. My name is Roseanne Lopez and I'm the Director of Facilities Planning and Operations here at Seattle Center. I'd like to start with a land acknowledgement. We are on indigenous land, the traditional territories of the Coast Salish people. This acknowledgement reminds us to strive for respectful partnerships with all people as we search for collective healing. We gather today to celebrate the heritage of not Turkey, but Türkiye. Though the Turkish government began the move to change its internationally recognized official name some time ago, and the United Nations registered the name Türkiye in 2022, the world has been slow to get on board. Seattle Center is on board, and we are very proud to host in our city this celebration of arts and culture traditions from Türkiye this weekend for the past 23 years. So Turkfest is a part of Seattle Center and a part of Festal. Festal is a series of free cultural festivals presented by community organizations in partnership with Seattle Center throughout the year. Festal celebrates that we are a larger community of indigenous, immigrant, and ethnic cultures, each contributing to the fabric of our society in substantial and important ways. Festal events bring together people for engagement that builds understanding, dispels stereotypes, and generates pride. Thank you to the volunteers and to Tatawa. Festal events are truly made possible by the tireless dedication of all of the volunteers. There's a small committee of volunteers who work for many months to plan the programming, schedule the performances, recruit vendors, and facilitate this very meaningful experience and joyful interactions. On behalf of Seattle Center and the City of Seattle, a very sincere thank you and a very sincere welcome to you all. And a special acknowledgement to the festival producer, Burju Kine Burka, who volunteers her time to collaborate with the Seattle Cultural Programs team all year. Burju represents the Turkish American community with great commitment, and you all should be very proud of her work. Of course, thank you to the producing partners, the Turkish American Cultural Association of Washington, whose mission for the festival is fostering friendship, understanding, and cooperation throughout the greater community. Seattle Center deeply values this relationship. Please enjoy the festivities and support the festival through its vendors and activities. We are so very, very proud and happy for you to be here. Thank you and welcome to Seattle Center.
We would like to thank Ms. Lopez for her kind words on behalf of Seattle Center. We're very grateful for the support, and we're very proud to be part of the diverse group of people that makes Seattle great.
That's great. Thank you. Now it's time to learn some Turkish. Who wants to learn Turkish? Or who does anyone know any Turkish words here? You know.
Oh, you know some
what?
Turkish
What
words?
do you know? Okay, maybe you will tell Melike like later.
Do you want to say any Turkish words for the audience?
Hello means on Turkish merhaba.
Oh my
That's
God, better than me.
adorable.
Definitely better than me. I'd like to invite Melike and Selim Hoca to here. Thank you. Sorry, I was looking for that. Do you prefer this one or this one?
Yes. Do you have
The clicker? We have the clicker. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I'm leaving the stage to Selim Hoca.
Aynen sağ sol ben de sizin şeye değişeceğim şimdi.
Hello everyone. My name is Selim Kuru. I am teaching at the University of Washington's Middle East. Bunu ne yapacağım? 5 seconds, 1 second. Oh. Başa gidelim. Başa gidelim be. En başa, en başa, en başa, en başa. Ah, çok güzel. Perfect. Thank you, Efe. My name is Selim Kuru, and I teach Turkish culture, history, and Ottoman Empire and Ottoman literature at the Middle Eastern Languages and Cultures Department. And I want to start with thanking all the volunteers and organizers of this Turkfest, which has been a tradition, at least since I arrived to Seattle in 1999. I remember attending to Turkfest and getting to know many members of Turkish American community of Seattle. Mikrofonu mu? Okay. There are some slides giving information about our program and its content, Turkish literature, Turkish language and culture. And also, I would like to remember the founder of our program, the Turkish Studies program in Seattle's University of Washington in 1969, Walter Andrews, whom we lost during the first few months of COVID in May 2020. And we are walking on his path. His love for Turkey and Turkish culture still shines, hopefully, through our program. This is our faculty members. I am working with Dr. Melike Yücel Koç, who supervises and teaches Turkish language and also works on oral history concerning Turkish American community of Seattle. You will hear about her project. And this year we welcome Şule Nur Demirbaş from Turkey, who is a master's student at the ODTÜ, Orta Doğu Teknik University in Ankara. She is with us for a year as a Fulbright Turkish teaching assistant. This program we are supporting last 7 years. Again, Melike Yücel Koç, Dr. Yücel Koç is running that program. Current Turkish language classes are on 3 levels, like beginners, intermediate, and advanced. We welcome all kinds of students, not only undergraduates, but also seniors. I will start my talk and then come to this poster. It's a pleasure to be here at Turkfest Seattle, where we come together to celebrate the vibrant culture, delicious food, and rich history of Turkey. In the spirit of this celebration, I have introduced you briefly our program. In fact, it dives deep into the fascinating world of the Ottoman Empire and modern Turkey, where history, literature, languages intersect in ways that continue to shape our world today. We encourage our students to explore these traditions, not only to understand the past, but to engage with the present, connecting local and global issues through a deeper knowledge of Turkish heritage. Whether it is through discovering Ottoman poetry or debating modern political movements, our students leave with a truly unique perspective. Now, while we are here to enjoy the festivities, I do want to take a moment to reflect on two members of our UW, University of Washington community, two students whom we lost this year. Tragically, this year we lost two dear students who embodied the values of our programs. Haim Katzman, a PhD student and advocate for Palestinian rights, was brutally murdered on October 7th. More recently, on September 6th, we lost one of the members of Turkish American community of Seattle, Ayşenur Eygi Ezgi, a young undergraduate who was majoring in psychology and minoring in our department, Middle Eastern languages and cultures. Although I never had the privilege of meeting Ayşenur, I was on a leave last year, I've come to know her through the heartfelt stories shared by her friends and colleagues. Ayşenur was a vibrant and joyful person, deeply committed to helping others and fighting for justice. She was tragically killed by an IDF soldier in the West Bank after attending a peaceful protest. In honor of Ayşenur, the University of Washington will be holding a memorial event on Friday, October 25th at 7 p.m., organized by the Middle East Center and moderated by my colleagues, Professors Arya Fani and Rowan Arar. I invite you all to attend and be inspired by Ayşenur's life and her courageous dedication to causes that matter deeply to her. We have a poster corner over there with two PhD students of our programs, and you can learn more about Ayşenur Eygi Ezgi, I apologize. You can also pick one of these, which is a Turkish folk song Ayşenur translated for one of the translation classes. It's a very popular song by Neşet Ertaş, famous Turkish folk song singer and composer, and it is titled Yalan Dünya, the lying world, or the world of lies. So as you enjoy the rest of Turkfest, whether it's tasting some baklava, listening to music, or exploring the exhibits, I hope you will also take a moment to reflect on the beauty of the culture we study and the values of compassion and understanding that we share. Now I am inviting my colleague, Dr. Melike Yücel Koç, to introduce her project. Melike.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone, I'm Melike Yücel Koç. I'm an associate teaching professor at the University of Washington, working together with Professor Selim Kuru and with our Fulbright TA Şule Nur Demirbaş. Today I would like to talk about my research project, Turkey in Seattle Oral History Project. I would like to start to ask you to think about a couple of questions. Let's start thinking about your immigration story. I want you to think about your decision to come to the United States. Was that your decision? Were there others involved? How did your family and friends react? I want you to think about your actual flight from Turkey to the United States and your first day in the States. How would you describe it? How did you feel? Excited, happy, thrilled, disappointed, sad, lonely? Did you intend to stay? Was that planned or you ended up staying here? I want you to think about what has changed since then. How did you change? What is your identity now? And how would you identify yourself? Is it important for you to preserve your heritage, language, and culture? Do you teach your language and culture to your children if you have any? Is it important for you to pass your language and culture to the next generations? And what do you do about this? How about your future plans? Do you have plans to go back to Turkey, or do you intend to stay here for the rest of your lives? And finally, do you have a story to share with us with today and future generations? So I would like to talk about the power of narrative. Everyone has a unique story, and telling stories is part of our everyday life. It's a means of communicating what we know about the world and a way of establishing connections with others. We use narratives to tell a story about ourselves and about others. Humans are storytellers, and the stories we tell can help us understand our collective past, celebrate our individual experiences, and recognize our shared humanity. We need to tell our story, the story of immigrants from Turkey who reside in the PNW region. Many years later from today, what do you want future generations to know about the Turkish American community in Washington? So Turkey in Seattle Research Project investigates how people from Turkey immigrated to the PNW region. It aims to reach any person that falls into the category of immigrating from the region of Turkey to the Seattle area, no matter what their race, ethnicity, and/or religion. It aims to be inclusive and diverse. It seeks to understand immigration experience of these people from Turkey and their descendants in North America, and how they form their identity as immigrants in the United States. It examines the immigrant experience here and focuses on the interaction of cultural and structural forces that reshape the lives, experiences, and identities of first and second generation of immigrants. It seeks to find answers to questions such as, what was the motive behind their immigration? Did they intend to stay? How is their lifestyle today? And how did their immigration affect their life and culture? So the overarching goal of this project is to leave a legacy of the people of Turkey who reside in this region, create a dialogue across communities, across borders, and across generations. And the ultimate goal of this project are, number one, to archive the stories of immigrants who came from Turkey to the greater Seattle area. Number two, to create a digital library with the materials collected from these immigrants. And the third one, to create data sets for future research. I would like to talk about briefly the name of the project. What's in a name? Why Turkey in Seattle? This project is diverse, and it aims to reach as many people as possible with different ethnic, religious, linguistic backgrounds. The project has a strong diasporic dimension with narrators from the Sephardic Jewish community, Assyrians, Levantan people, and Laz people. By interweaving visual, digital, and audio material in a publicly accessible format, the Turkey in Seattle project treads methodologically innovative ground. It fully embraces the idea of surfacing ordinary people's stories and making these oral histories available to all. The Turkey in Seattle Oral History Project, therefore, highly promising, with room to expand its reach and develop its core themes further. The project can greatly enrich popular and scholarly understandings of the ways in which immigrants from Turkey in PNW have experienced being an immigrant in this area. So if you ask the question, what is in it for me? Why are we doing this project? We are gathering oral histories as a way to connect in the present and leave a legacy for the future. We are collecting these stories in the form of oral histories, preserving them as a resource for the present and leaving a legacy for the future. Again, these testimonies have the power to create a dialogue across communities, across borders, and across generations. Oral histories can make the textbook narrative of history feel more personal, more relevant, and it can add nuance to our conception of the world, reminding us that things are often more complicated and more interesting than they first seem. Collecting individual oral histories reactivates memories that had lain dormant and would have been lost, and it safeguards them, forging a link between past and present. So together, these stories ensure that a multitude of voices are represented in the conversation of history, not only the loudest. Lastly, I would like to mention how you can contribute to this project. You can be part of this project if you want to share your story. So far, we have collected 60 oral histories with the narrators. These are first-generation immigrants. And we have 20 oral histories conducted with second-generation immigrants. This project has started in 2017, and it is an ongoing project. So if you want to be part of this project, please check our website. There is a form. You can fill out that form, or feel free to email me. Here you see my email address, so you can be a narrator. Another way of being part of this project is if you have photo albums, letters, diaries, scrapbooks, anything you would like to share. I am working on a digital library, so I will take them from you, scan them, add them to our digital library, and then return them to you. And the third one is you can support the project financially if you go to our website, Turkish and Ottoman Studies program at the University of Washington. You can support Turkish Fund so that we can hire research assistants and interns. So we have a mini documentary. I don't know if we have time to show this, but maybe we can play just 5 minutes of the documentary. But you can use the QR code and go to the website if you want to learn more about the project, and you can also watch the full documentary there. Do you need this? Thank you. Orada bir link var ve documentary'den belki bir Aha. Go down. Aha. Evet, that's one. Onu bir full screen yapıp bir 5 dakika. Yeah. Okay, devam edeyim mi? Oldu mu? Oldu mu? Okay, I think we have a technical problem, but I highly encourage you to go check the oral history website and you can watch this mini documentary. Now I would like to invite our Fulbright teaching assistant, Şulenur Demirbaş, who came from Ankara, Turkey. She has been working with us this academic year, and she will present Turkish 101. Here you go.
Hi everyone, welcome to our Turkish 101 workshop. Firstly, I would like to thank you all for being here today. It's really lovely to see you. So my name is Şulenur. I'm from Turkey, and I'm here to work with Dr. Melike Yücel Koç. I teach elementary and intermediate Turkish classes at UDAP. So just a second. Let me begin the presentation with asking a question to you. Could you please scan the QR code and you will see a question about Turkish culture and Turkey. I would like to know, like, what do you know about Turkey, Turkish culture, Turkish language in general? Please take some time to write your answers. You can write words, sentences, anything could be fine. You will see the question in a minute. Okay, this is question. What comes to your mind when you think of Turkey and Turkish culture? Okay, maybe I can get some answers from the audience because I think I'm so sorry there is a technical issue. Like, could you tell me with some words that what comes to your mind when you think of Turkey and Turkish culture?
Anybody want to answer?
Yeah.
Who?
The word that came to mind is melaba.
Merhaba, like merhaba. Okay, that's great.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Any other
Anybody
answers? It can be literally anything like Istanbul. That's great. That's great. Thank you for the answer.
We have one more.
Okay.
One word.
Mashallah.
Oh, mashallah.
Masha. Okay, that's great. Thank you for the input. And let me start with the general features of Turkish language. Bunu şey yapabiliriz. Evet, tamam. Slide'a geri dönebiliriz. Okay. Firstly, Turkish language is called Türkçe, and it is native language of over 80 million people worldwide, most of whom live in Turkey. And Turkish is also spoken in other countries, for example, Bulgaria, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and Azerbaijan. Turkish is a co-official language in Cyprus. And also we witness some Turkish speakers in the US, for example, in the areas such as New York, California, New Jersey, there are more Turkish speakers than other areas. And this is a map of Turkish language. Basically, for example, in the Azerbaijan, like people, exactly 30 million people speak Azerbaijan Turkish worldwide, and almost 10 million of them live in Azerbaijan. Also, we have Uzbek. Uzbek is the second most widely used Turkish language after Turkish, and it has 35 million speakers worldwide. So, to talk about linguistic features of Turkish language, it belongs to Ural Altic language family, and it's located in the Oğuz group. Turkish shares some similarities with other Turkic languages. For example, Azerbaijani, we have a lot of common words with Azerbaijan Turkish, and it somehow enables Turkish speakers to understand each other. And you see a table here. It illustrates some of the common words in Turkic languages. To continue with linguistic features, Turkish is an agglutinative language. This means that you have a root word, and to make new words, to create new words, you need to use suffixes. I will show you an interesting example later. It is really like doing a puzzle, like creating words in Turkish. Also, we have, like in Turkish language, we have 21 consonants and 8 vowel sounds. We write Turkish in Latin script. We follow subject, verb, object order. It is different from English. In English, we have subject, object, verb order. And I think one of the most beautiful things about Turkish language, we don't have genders, unlike many other Latin languages. It somehow makes it easier to learn Turkish. Also, Turkish has many loanwords from different languages such as Arabic, Persian, French, and English. For example, we have aile, it is family, and it is from Arabic. We have hamburger in English, it's the same. And also we have birader, birader is like brother in Turkish, and we took it from Persian. Okay, on the screen you see a long word. It is the longest word in Turkish. I know it seems like a sentence, but it's not. It's just one word in Turkish. And this is the power of suffixes in Turkish. It's really similar to doing a puzzle. In a puzzle, you have a piece in the middle, and you put pieces around to complete the puzzle. And if you want to create a new word in Turkish, you have a root word in the middle, and you need to add appropriate suffixes to make it more and more and meaningful and longer. I also talk a little bit about Turkish literature because Turkish literature is very rich, and it spans centuries, deeply influenced by various cultures, including Arabic, Persian, and Western traditions. I would like to introduce some Turkish authors, famous authors. You see the picture of Orhan Pamuk on the screen. He was awarded Nobel Prize in 2006 by his work, Museum of Innocence. We also have Elif Shafak, Oğuz Atay, and Yaşar Kemal. Before the practice part, I would like to finally introduce some Turkish phrases. They are really unique because they exactly do not have an exact equivalence in English. I wrote some translations here, but these are just literal translations to give you a sense of understanding. For example, we have buyurun. Buyurun is like come this way. For example, today some of the sellers can say buyurun, come this way. Or we have eline sağlık. Eline sağlık is one of my favorite Turkish phrases because it really shows the gratitude to someone. You use this phrase, for example, when someone makes a delicious meal. You say eline sağlık to them. Or there is also afiyet olsun. Afiyet olsun means when you see someone eating, when they are drinking coffee, you say afiyet olsun. Okay? Also, if you say eline sağlık to someone, they will respond back afiyet olsun. They are kind of matching pairs. Also, we have it is really interesting, nazar değmesin. Turkish people believe in nazar really. We have even an accompanying verb for that. We do it like that. It's like knocking on the wood, but it's really interesting. Okay, so this is the practice part, and you can use these phrases in Turkish Fest. Sorry. So sorry. These are the phrases. Okay. You can say merhaba, merhaba to the sellers and the people around. Merhaba, they will say hoş geldiniz, like welcome, and you will say hoş bulduk, okay? You can ask how they are, nasılsınız? They will say iyiyim, I am good. Siz nasılsınız, how about you? And you will say ben de iyiyim, okay? You can also see some Turkish food here. Türk kahvesi, I highly recommend trying Turkish coffee, it's delicious. You can also try chai, ayran. You can have meals like künefe, lahmacun, kebab. They are all delicious. And they will again say, buyurun, hoş geldiniz. Merhaba, hoş bulduk. Ne almak istersiniz? What do you want to have? And you can say, ben bir tane Türk kahvesi istiyorum. Okay? And if you have a Turkish coffee, you need to state with sugar, without sugar, or middle, okay? You need to specify this. And lastly, you can have some souvenirs, Turkish souvenirs. You can have nazar boncuğu, cezve, to make Turkish coffee. You can have some lokum and magnets, of course. So this is it for now. Thank you for listening and thank you for attending this workshop. I hope you liked it and enjoyed the Turkfest. Okay, thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you, Şulenur. Okay, thanks again. So I think we're ready to have some fun. We're gonna have Turkish folk dance in a minute. So first, next up, you're about to watch the Anadolu Turkish folk dancers take the stage, and you are for a treat. This group has been active since 1980, when it was co-founded by Yasemin Şan and Serhat Atatürk. For the past 40 years, dancers all of age have been learning, performing, and teaching dances from Turkey as they travel across the Pacific Northwest. We'll share a little bit more about the group after the first dance, which hails from the region of Artvin. Without further, here are the Anadolu Turkish dancers is about to come here. Dancers, are you guys ready? They will be in a minute. Okay, they're shy a little bit. Müzik girecek mi? Müzik.
Müzik onlarda da şeyi bilemedim. Setup'ları var mıydı onu mu? Ha, tamam.
Nasıl gireceksiniz? Hazır mısınız? I see the beautiful costumes already. Can we get some applause for the group? Come on. You'll see an amazing performance, and I'm leaving the stage to them. Thank you. They won't dance until you applaud really good. Let's hear more. Woo!